This is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios in the bunker location, undisclosed location, and at Short Sky's house, as Vinny Parisi is stuck in traffic somewhere in Chicago, Illinois, but the show must go on. You are looking at a live EBUB, emergency backup broadcaster, who was called upon 15 minutes prior to going on live air. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Shorts Guy, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network as the Devils are getting set to play the lowly Arizona Coyotes, the battle of the bottom feeders, the battle of the excuses.
Yeah.
Who's going to get that higher draft pick? Who's going to increase their chances? I don't know. Possibly several different players in the lineup tonight.
Yeah.
Could it be Mackenzie Blackwood? Could it be Fabian Zetterlund? Yeah, there's lots to talk about. And Ramona Rice, happy Devils Tuesday to you. She says, let's go Devils. Love it. Mike Rossi, happy Devils Tuesday. Craig Best, tell me Dawes is starting. Well,
I wish we could. I wish we could tell you who anyone was that was starting.
To tell you the truth, I'll keep on refreshing Amanda Stein's Twitter account, because that's what we usually do here on Game Day Live, because nobody ever releases any kind of information. It all goes through Amanda Stein by design.
Yeah.
Not her fault. That's the way the Devils want it.
Uh-huh. No, that's how they're set up. But yeah, this I did see that earlier. There was a Mac Black sighting on the ice. You got to imagine, because he's out there in out there in Arizona and on the ice with them, that he's going to feature at least in some way, shape, or form over the next couple of games. You know, whether it be tonight in Arizona, tomorrow in Colorado, Thursday in Colorado, or Saturday in Seattle. You got to assume he's going to be in there. I was not expecting to see pictures of him on the ice with the team today. I saw that during the day, and I was like, whoa. I kind of remember that guy.
Chico Rush had mentioned about it on previous episodes that it could possibly happen. Right now, we're in mid-April. And you know what? It looks like players are playing for jobs for next season.
They have to be.
Yeah.
You want them to be. Let's put it this way. You want them to be, because you want them to want to be here. You want them to want to be playing for their position. I say arguably the most open position right now is the goaltending position with this team, which we talked about at length on Sunday night on the main Let's Go Devils podcast. We talked about it last night on Hockey Untapped with the Devils. It's the one open, the biggest glaring open position that is there with the Devils is the goaltending position. So, you know, Mac Black's got to come in, and he's got to show why he should retain that number one spot, which, you know, he did effectively have, and why the Devils, he needs to make it a hard decision for the Devils to go out and to get someone in free agency or not this summer, or via trade.
Yeah, and let's put it this way. The debate continues. First off, I can't stand it right now when I read blogs and they use the word tanking with the Devils. These guys are not tanking.
No.
Unless you show me some kind of hard evidence that they're getting paid under the table to lose games, they're not tanking. These are professionals here. It may appear to be tanking when you don't see star players put in, but it's merely the Devils protecting the future protecting their investment in Jack Hughes, in Jonas Siegenthaler, in Miles Wood. Although I don't think Siegenthaler can play, but you never know. If called
And
upon.
Jack's out for injury too. Um, so it's this is one of those things to where we're gonna have a little visitor coming in here real quick. So
We're
this is
pet friendly. We're a pet
I know
friendly
we are.
podcast. It was National Pet Day the other day.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not tanking. If they were tanking, they would not have won against Dallas.
Yeah.
Uh, they just have been terrible. You know, I, I'm assuming that all these people claiming that the Devils are tanking are probably looking for an excuse to why they're playing so poorly. And I
I
think
think
that's
it's just
something that's
lazy. I think it's lazy journalism, lazy blogging. You know.
it's low hanging fruit. It's low hanging fruit to say, oh, they're
Yeah.
tanking, they're tanking, they're tanking. I just there's a problem.
Oh well, Shorts
But
guy just froze.
tanking, they would not have put 4 in on Montreal. They still scored 3 against the Islanders. They were up 6-2 against Florida. I mean, they would never, if they were tanking against that Florida game, they never would have gone up 6-2 in the
You
first
think
two
the
periods.
Hamburglar who
So
gets
you can't
traded?
say that they're tanking.
You think the
They're just not
Hamburglar?
good. What about them? Say it again.
Sorry, Shorts guy, your feed is all over the place again. Let me
Yeah, go
fix you
figure.
up a little bit. Let me fix you. It's not Shorts guy. We want everybody to know that. It's Optimum.
It's
Optimum
Optimum.
is owned by the Rangers,
Hmm.
and you know how that goes. They
Well, the
suck,
Rangers are
both of
probably
them.
owned by Optimum because I doubt the Rangers have that much capital to own a cable company. Either way, there's a tie-in with the Rangers.
Yeah. So anytime we can do a little jab,
Yeah,
we will. So
exactly.
yeah, it's not like the Hamburglar gets traded, and the Hamburglar's role is to make sure that his 7.46 whatever goals against average is going to for sure get the Devils the first overall pick in 2022. No, doesn't work that way. He's
Not with
playing for a
this.
job.
Not with this. Not with this draft lottery. Like there really is no point to tanking anymore. If it was straight up last place gets first overall, and they assign the picks based on how you finish, okay, maybe tanking could be a strategy. But now that they've done now that they have the whole draft lottery, there's you can still get the first overall pick from being eighth to last. You know what I mean? There's no point to tanking because there's no guarantee you're going to get it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not like it was 1984, the
yeah.
whole Mario Lemieux, Kirk Muller,
Hmm.
scenario where you really try to
Pittsburgh tanked.
yeah, that was real tanking.
That's
That was
tanking.
real tanking. And just imagine what life would have been had the Devils drafted Mario Lemieux.
Oh, world's different.
Do
But
you
we're also
think
but you're also coming up the assumption that Mario Lemieux would have had the same career here that he did in Pittsburgh.
he would have had a better career? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, back in those days, this was like Mario Lemieux. This would have never. First off, okay, you got the McMullen family owning the team, right?
Hmm.
Uh, if Mario Lemieux, the stories of when he played when he was young, he was a cocky SOB. He would come to practice, skate a lap with a cigarette in his mouth, and then say, I'm done, and then walk off the ice.
Man.
Do you think that, and would Lou Lamoriello actually been the GM a few years later to, you know, things may have been different. What if?
Way different.
I think this is going to be an off-season series. The what if?
Yeah.
Like, what
That would
if?
be good.
I was thinking about it. Like in 1994, Devils Rangers. People forget when the Devils tied up 1-1, that game 7 at Madison Square Garden, Devils tied it up, that Mike Richter argued with the referee and literally slammed into him, bumped into him, which could have caused a penalty, could have got him kicked. Personally, I think he should have been thrown out because you're not supposed to do that. But back in those days, they let things slide. But
Yeah, they did.
It's the what if they called a penalty on Mike Richter? What would the Devils have done? The what ifs. What if Ray Bourque didn't get traded to Colorado? Would the series would have been rigged? Would Gomez scored that goal that was called back? What if? What if? And that's something we should really talk about in the offseason. But right now we're doing pregame for the Devils are taking on the Arizona Coyotes. It's going to be a late one. And on Devils After Dark, after the podcast, Shorts Guy, we'll see who the true warriors are around 1:30 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, yeah.
When Scotty and it's really, I'm just going to snooze. I'll be like, Scotty, I'll start the podcast. I'll produce. Once I get the camera angle on you, I'll take a 30-minute nap. You just text me. You call me when I need to come back.
Seriously. Keep that ringer on.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious, and I'm trying to look now, which is why I'm looking down at the phone. Where are they playing today's game out of?
You know what? I don't even know. Are they in the parking lot somewhere?
Are they playing on the ASU campus today? Are they playing
Is it pronounced
Gila River? Gila River Arena. I think that's their main arena that they're leaving. I think. I'm not sure. I'm looking up now. But yeah, so tonight's going to be one would hope that we can beat this team. We're obviously contending for the bottom of the league with them. They are below us. We have 4 more wins, I think it was. I think it was 21 wins, 25 wins. But if I'm not mistaken, we lost to these guys when they were here earlier in the season. So the Devils are such a Jekyll and Hyde team, and we've talked about this so often that who knows what team is going to come out tonight. Like the Dallas Stars are fighting for a playoff spot, and the Devils were able to beat them. Now we're playing a team that's in a similar position of us. Are we going to play down to them? Are we going to play like we did against Dallas? Who knows? So,
hey, Shorts Guy.
Hey, Sammy.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you a picture of this old Whalers jersey. Tell me if it's pretty sweet. I'm sending in the group text.
All right, I'm waiting for it.
Oh, does it take longer?
Got it. Got it.
Is it Pucky the Whale?
It is Pucky the Whale.
Pucky the Whale. Yeah, Pucky the Whale.
Pucky the Whale's a nice guy. I met Pucky the Whale.
Yeah, Pucky the Whale. Anyway. Sorry, a little pregame distraction.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when the Devils don't put out lineups early enough.
Yeah.
We got to come up with stuff.
Yeah, we get bored behind the scenes, and we send each other texts on live air.
Oh, we do.
But nobody has more fun than we do.
Oh, absolutely not. We have a lot of fun, and we'll be having a lot more fun next season when we can bring back live events too.
Ugh. From Amanda Stein. Sandstorm absolutely blasting from the NJ Devils locker room, and I am having my own rave in the hallway.
They're playing
Could you imagine if the Devils hired us and we were following the team with Amanda Stein? We'd have a lot of fun.
We'd have a lot of
fun.
We would have a blast.
Nobody has.
They'd probably fire us from having too much fun.
Well, no. What they'll do is they're going to have some people just take down notes on how to have fun. and then deploy it on their. Okay, he sends Pucky the Whale pictures behind the scenes through text messages, and they're laughing. This is great. How do we do that?
They would mine us for so much stuff, and
Manufactured
they'd get
fun.
rid of us.
That's what the Devils are. Manufactured fun. It's like
And,
no fun happens when fun happens, right?
uh-huh.
Uh, Possibly Nathan Basham playing today. I don't know. We don't
Possibility.
know anything. You know.
Yeah, you know,
I
it's
like to make up stuff.
you know what though, we're not going to see one of the things we're not going to see over the last 10 or so games, and especially now that we're on the western swing, with Utica, who just clinched a playoff spot.
Oh yeah.
With Utica playing as well as they are, we are not going to see the mass call ups like we've seen in the past for tryouts. There's
Well,
no
you
way
know
they're
what?
going to jeopardize that
That's
playoff run there.
that's one thing that I'm going to invest some time and money on are the Utica Comets in the playoffs because it came out just dawned on me today. I wrote it on Hockey Buzz that in the last time, I think the last time a Utica eggshell franchise made it to the playoffs, I think it was 2017.
Hmm.
And the last time a Devils eggshell franchise made the playoffs was the Albany River Rats. The Binghamton Devils never made it to the playoffs. They got,
Wow.
in fairness, in 2020, they were getting so hot into the playoffs, but COVID hit.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. That's right.
I mean, they were so on fire, and they could have made a good run for that Calder Trophy. Now,
Hmm.
think about this, Shorts guy. Think about this. I'm so desperate. You're desperate. Devils fans are desperate
Hmm.
that I'm treating the Utica Comets as our Stanley Cup because we haven't seen playoffs. Previous years, I'd pay attention, but not really be into it. But I'm almost like at the point right now that I'll be watching it so intently, thinking that Kevin Dineen could be the next in line to be coach of the team one day.
It's possible.
And
It could be sooner
and,
rather than later.
and seeing how some of these young players perform because they've never been put in that situation before in their careers, you know, I mean, this is the second tier professional hockey next to the NHL,
It is.
allegedly. So there are a lot of things to talk about on the Let's Go Devils podcast after the season's over. What you want to see is Alexander Holtz rip it up in the AHL playoffs. You want to see great goaltending. You want to see Kevin Ball, what he's going to do. What
Hmm.
Nolan Foote's, what he's going to do. They traded Nate Shar away to get the Hamburglar, and he was one of their better players. But let's see how the young kids do.
Yeah. And this is what you want to see your young kids being in the position of playoffs because it's a whole different stressful atmosphere than regular season. So with Utica being in the playoffs, this has given all those young players that playoff experience that no one on the big team is going to get this season, nor has gotten in the last couple seasons. So this is a huge positive, and whoever has a contract which they could be sent down to Utica, I actually hope that we see the opposite of what we've seen in the past of players being sent down to experience playoff hockey where they wouldn't right now and go for that championship, go for that Calder Trophy.
Yeah, the Calder Trophy. If the Devils, if the Comets, sorry, go far, it changes the whole mindset of the fan base. Saying, okay, at least we improved in this department, rebuilding the farm system.
Hmm.
Because you're telling me since 2012, I think since 2012, that magical run, start from 2013. I believe, without looking at, I think the Devils, both AHL and NHL, have only made the playoffs, I think, once each, maybe twice for,
The Devils
Albany.
only made it once. But
The
Albany
AHL, I
slash
think, only made. I think that
Binghamton, I don't.
it's either
Yeah,
it's Comets and Albany for a decade. For a decade, that's suffering. It's one thing
oh
that the
yeah,
NHL team is bad, but the AHL team is worse. Up until now.
yeah. Up until now, but if we remember back in when the Devils were coming around, back in 93, 94, 95, Albany was ripping it up as well.
Yep.
So to me, this is a huge positive sign that Utica is ripping it up. And the last time that happened with the Devils, well, I shouldn't say the last time, but when that first happened, the Devils had a massive, push and long playoff run as well. So my hope is that this is the start of something good, building up from Albany up to the big team. Or Albany,
I think it's
sorry, Utica. I still want to call them
uh,
Albany. I love the River Rats, but
how
yeah,
about
no, I'm
upstate New York Devils.
yeah, pretty much it's about it.
I'll tell you what, but there's limited capacity seating up in Utica, compared
Hmm.
to like Prudential Center. But hey, if the podcast can travel and make it out there, I do it. But those tickets are going to be hard to get.
Oh, they will,
Absolutely
they
hard to
will,
get.
as they should, and as they should be.
Yeah, but nothing can replace the Stanley Cup playoffs.
No,
Something yearning for. I mean, in 2012, 2012 almost wore me out mentally and physically because it was such a brutal run. 7 games with Florida, having to come back in that series, then
yeah,
having to play the Flyers, Marty turning 40, then that Rangers series, and then the coast to coast with LA, only for the refs to screw that one up. Game 6.
but
Because if
that's a.
had the Devils won Game 6, for
Oh, we
sure,
would have won it back home.
yeah, would have won them back home.
Yeah,
The crowd would have been a ruckus crowd. I mean,
but I'll tell you what,
you're
that's a good problem to have. That type of exhaustion from the playoffs. It's a good problem to have, and that you want to have, and that we're hoping to have it again at some point.
Adam Morgan in the YouTube live. I don't know, Adam, if you're listening. He says, "Come stand in the tunnel with the ice crew." Are you part of the ice crew in Utica? Is that how I'm interpreting it? I'm asking you, Adam Morgan. Not that we're ignoring you, Steve Tardis, on the Facebook Live. I love his comments. Zzz, have early work. Have early work. Sorry. Well, what do you think we do? You think we're a bunch of chumps at home with no jobs? Jeez.
Let's see.
I mean, if you want to, I think Beer Baron has time.
Yeah, work early. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Um, hey, if we get an opportunity to go up to Utica, if we wind up getting invited to go up to Utica, because we had talked about going up to Binghamton at one point.
Oh, he is
Uh,
with the ice crew. Adam.
oh, cool.
Adam.
Please get in touch.
Somehow we're gonna get. See, I'm pointing to the computer screen. Adam. Somehow we're gonna have to get in contact with you. So somehow message, because I don't want to give out email addresses. I'll give it out. Send me an email, sam@primetimeradio.com. Again, it's Sam, SAM, at primetimeradio.com. Let us know if you can hook us
Yeah,
up.
totally.
Let us
Totally.
know. We will totally do a podcast in Utica. Can't promise anything. We've got busy schedules, Plus,
Mm-hmm.
we're fancy people, so better show us where the wingies are upstate New York. I heard that they are um, much tastier when you go near Buffalo. The further you go to Buffalo, the tastier the wings.
Wow.
Hook us up,
Kurt would
Adam
know.
Morgan.
Plus, I'm sure there's probably more than just one, but there's a really great brewery up in Utica I'd love to go back to. So,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how we're gonna do that trip. Maybe you guys can go and I'll produce it out here. I don't know. We'll
we'll figure
do.
it out.
I'll talk to my boss! Exclamation point. Yeah, Adam, looking, Adam Morgan, Sam at primetimeradio.com. You better get a hold of me because if you don't, we'll look like a bunch of losers when I tell the guys, hey, we know this guy, Adam Morgan. He's going to hook us up in Utica. We'll be like celebrities when we go up there. And then we're going to get the 5-star treatment. They're going to feed us buffalo wings. They're going to show us around. It's just like, remember, did you ever go on those excursions to Albany back in the day
No, I
with
did
us?
not.
But
I
you've
did
heard
not.
you've heard of the
Oh,
legendary stories, right?
I have. I have. That was right before I got to know you guys. So, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I wish. I
you
wish.
heard about Daguch's bachelor party up in Albany, right?
Yeah.
That
No,
was
I
a
went to that.
mess.
I went to that. I went to the bachelor
But you
party.
but it didn't involve a game because it was in the middle of summer, right? Or was it?
No, there was no game when we went, but I did go
All
up
I
for it.
know, all I know about that bachelor party, all I know was I learned my lesson of not sharing a hotel room with you guys. That I got my own hotel room at the Crown Royal Plaza because I was like, all right, I need at least some semblance of a normal life with you guys. But yeah, I mean, our Albany trips were just it was out of control. I mean, that was when Marc Andre Fleury was. I mean, you heard about
But
this. I've talked about this story.
Wilkes-Barre, yeah.
Yeah, Wilkes-Barre baby pens, and we decided to go up. And this was fresh off of World Juniors, where he passed the puck off of his own teammate, and it went in the net and cost him the gold medal. It was fresh
Hmm.
off of that, and we thought because we knew Pittsburgh was going to be a great team one day. And this is before Crosby. That whole scenario, how the NHL kind of rigged it, where Pittsburgh had that first overall pick in '05, but that we thought it would be let's get in his head early. Let's get in Marc Andre Fleury's head early and just absolutely psychologically damage him right from the get go. And you know
Well,
what that guy did? He killed us with kindness by laughing at us. And it looked like I wasn't sure if he was giving us the finger because his blocker was like there, but we had no idea. He would like creep back, smile, laugh at us, and do this. But we didn't know if he was giving because the blocker was
yeah.
blocking it.
He seems like, and I used to not really like him originally, but he definitely seems like the type of guy that would just kill you with kindness and then not actually be flipping you off. Um,
Yeah,
but obviously, you did not psychologically damage him permanently, because I think he's gone on to have a pretty okay career in the
yeah,
NHL.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? You see, Adam Morgan, you better get in contact with me. You better find out
Yeah,
what's
please,
going
Adam.
on. Yeah, Adam, let me tell you, we will follow up every single podcast till we get communication. What is going on? Because you just started something. Come stand in the tunnel with the ice crew. You can't be saying that on YouTube Live and not come through.
If
That's
if
what I
if we
want.
could make it, if we could make it work, yeah. Please, Adam,
Yeah,
get in touch, because once the Devil season ends, we we got to fill the space with something.
yeah. It's either that or the Mets are going to blow it in the eighth inning.
Oh, like they did last night.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got your text. Yeah, I like Pucky the Whale myself. All right, predictions.
God.
Predictions.
Oh man. This one's so hard to call because who knows what team's going to show up today? Who knows if Mac Black's going to play? Uh, I'm just going to throw this out there. 3-2 Devils. Always hoping for the best. 3-2 Devils.
Because Adam Morgan's got me pumped up. Here, I'll put it up. A screenshot what he says. I'll do my best.
Sweet.
With a big smiley face, right? Okay.
Sweet.
Because of that, I'm going to pick an 8-1 victory over the
Oh,
Arizona
man.
Coyotes. Devils will go 2-0 on this trip with a chance to be over 500 on this 5-game Western swing.
Would be nice.
Would be nice. And it would be nice if you stayed up for Devils After Dark after the game. Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, he'll probably go solo. I'll be just like behind the scenes like this, producing.
Yeah. And I'll be sleeping, Sammy. I'll be sleeping.
Yeah. Unless Andre Johnson, has 3 touchdown passes. Anyway. Well, thank you, Shorts Guy, for filling in for Vinny.
You're welcome, Sam.
On such short notice. You fans should thank Shorts Guy. Otherwise, this fine programming would never happen. I would have been talking about how thankful I am that the HBSE did not buy the Mets. It would have compounded those 8th inning blown games. The Cloudy Pair, go Devils. The Cloudy Pair. Where are we getting these fine folks on Game Day
cares?
Live?
They're
and YouTube
listeners.
Live? Yes. And remember, you can always listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, iHeart app, Spotify. Anyway, enjoy the game, everybody. Thank you, Shorts Guy. Till next time.
You're welcome, Sam.
Let's go Devils.